Hey dudes, my name's Blekoh, and today we're back with another Blekoh Jam. The theme's gonna be randomly generated, and I'll be setting a timer. So let's go ahead and find out what type of game we're making today. Alright, so the genre is an RPG. The rule is limited visibility, with a setting of antiquity and the theme of a spy thriller. Alright, I don't know if I can fit all those in there, but I'll do my best. Well, let's go ahead and put 2 hours on the clock, and let's get started. So first up, I'm gonna go ahead and open up Godot. I think for this one, I'm actually gonna do a 3D game. In the past, I've just been doing the 2D games. So let's go ahead and add a ground. I'm gonna add a ground as a CSG box, because that's easy. Got a box, set to use collision, and then let's scale it up. Alright. Let's make the ground just a color for now, just to make it easier to see things. So it's antiquity, so it'll probably be more of like a sandy color. For this game, it's an RPG with limited visibility, and it's a setting of antiquity and a spy thriller. I'm gonna make this game use a first-person controller, so I'm gonna make a new inherited scene and name this player. Player, we're gonna add a collision shape 3D. Let's do that as the good old pillbox capsule shape. So let's go ahead and throw our player into the world. Let's see. Player has like the FPS controller has like gravity and stuff like that. And it has like basic controls. So let's just run it and see what happens. So we're in a 3D world. I can move around, and that's about it. That's all it does. So I can look around and move, and that's the game. We're done. And I can fall off the level. Alright. So we have like a game world, but we need to put stuff in it. RPG, limited visibility, antiquity. So antiquity is like isn't that like it's like classic, like super old stuff. Like I don't know if it's Colosseum, but it's got like columns and stuff like that. I think it's like Greek stuff. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's Roman. Who knows? But that's what I'm gonna go with. So RPG, we need some characters and we need some sort of plot. And you'll control the character and do the plot. So since it's 3D, let's actually just go ahead and open up Blender. It's been a while since I've been in Blender. So let's see. Our character is gonna be first person. So to save time, I'm not gonna actually make a character model, but we need some NPCs. So let's make an NPC. Alright, that looks like a body. But let's give it some color. Alright, that is one NPC. I want a couple variations because I'm gonna throw them in. So that'll be like a basic NPC looking dude. I'm kind of thinking something like Skyrim in the beginning, you know, or not Skyrim. I played Morrowind when I was a kid, and I thought it was cool when you like first start up the game and then the thing like they like talk to you. So let's make something. I want to make like a, since it's a spy thriller, we need some like shady guy. So let's go ahead and do some more texture painting. That's gonna do for now. Let's export this guy. I'm thinking, so we need some sort of like plot. Since we're a spy, I think we should be taking someone out. Let's throw a maiden. Our job, maybe we could make the job to like to go take out a maiden. The opposite of what heroes do. Let's give her a dress or something. Alright, so this is our maiden that are, let's see, we can make our job to go take her out or something. Let's export her. Alright, so now that we have some NPCs, we need some sort of like weapon, because we're a spy. I'm thinking like TF2-ish spy. So let's do a knife. So let's just make, I'm not even gonna save this, I already exported the NPCs. So let's make a knife. Let's do something really quick because we don't have much time. That'll do. Let's just texture paint this one too, because while we're at it. And that's our knife. Let's export it. Alright, I think that's enough Blender stuff. Let's see. I don't want to do text, like, I don't want to make like text boxes for this. Let's do some voice acting. I am no voice actor, but let's go over to Audacity and let's record some lines. I want the like guide to tell you what you're doing. So let's like make them say something like go kill the maiden, go kill the maiden in the blue dress, or or something like that. But I also want some like sound clips for like the NPCs and stuff when you're around them. So let's record just some different lines and see, and then we can use them later and throw them in there. All right.
Your job is to find the maiden in the blue dress and take her out. Come back to me once the job is done.
Hello? Hello? No! Ah! You there! You there! Hello, adventurer! That's probably good enough. We'll see how those sound later. Let me go ahead and clean them up. Alright. That is good enough. So we have some voice lines. Got things like hello! Like that. Hello! And we'll throw them on NPCs. So let's go ahead and go back to Godot and actually start making the game. Well, let's make an NPC object. I'm gonna inherit this basic controller 3D because that's gonna let me just throw things into the game and it'll have gravity and stuff. So let's call this NPC. Let's give it a collision shape 3D. We're gonna do a capsule shape. Let's bring in that mesh. So they're GLB files, so I can just actually bring them in. So let's bring in the basic NPC GLB. So this is our toga looking thing. Let's move it to where it's kind of like in the pillbox of the collision shape. And that's probably good enough. Let's throw this in the game. There he is. And then let's run the game. There we go. So we got we got Toga Man. I don't know what's going on with his the bottom part, but we got Toga Man. So he doesn't do anything, but that's okay. Let's make the other NPCs. All right. So we have the guide person. We got a Toga person. And so the last one, we've got the maiden. All right. So we've got 3 NPCs. So now we need to make them do stuff. We also have a knife that we need to be able to kill an NPC. I think you shouldn't be able to kill the guide because I think for this RPG it's going to be a really short RPG where there's one quest, and that is to kill the maiden. And so we're supposed to have limited visibility. I'll do that later, and it's got to be antiquity, which we got the Toga Man. And a spy thriller, that's why we have a knife. Let's add the knife to the player. Let's open up a player. So the player has a camera. It's hard to see, but there's a camera. So if we add the knife, which is really big, we can scale it down. And then move it out in front of the camera. I think we can preview what the camera, yeah, let's see. So the camera would see that right now. So let's adjust the knife so that you see it. Let's rotate it a little bit. So now we have a knife, but it doesn't do anything. But we need to make it do stuff. So we need to be able to swing the knife somehow. Or I can just let you hold it, and when you stab people, it just that'd be way easier. Let's do that. So in the base NPC class, I can add an area 3D maybe. I went ahead and hooked up the for the NPC, it's got an area 3D, and I hooked up its on body entered function. So whenever the body is entered by whenever the area is entered by some type of body, it'll trigger. So that body will be the knife. So whenever the knife hits this dude, it should trigger that function. So then for the NPC, I'm just gonna let it it'll just disappear whenever it hits the NPC. So let's try that out. Let's run it. And so I have a knife, and I should be able to poke this guy. Boop, spoop. He's gone. And I'll poke the maiden. Boop. Yeah, so that works. We don't want to kill the guide, so I set it up so that the guide does not die. So we have our 3 NPCs, and we can kill 2 of them. This is supposed to be an RPG, so we need to set up the guide. When we spawn, the RPG will tell us. He'll give us the thing that we recorded earlier. So let's go to our guide NPC, and let's do a audio stream player 3D. So this would be like a spatial sound.
Dress and take her out.
Yeah.
Come back to me once the job is done.
Yeah, so it only plays the sound once we're like, when we're like within, you know, when we're pretty close to it. So we have all our characters and we have a ground.
Come back to me once the job is done.
And we have an NPC that tells me what to do. There's not going to be any text because that'll take too long, so we're just doing it all audio style. The guide says stuff, but the like toga NPCs don't really say anything. I recorded some things that say like hello and hello adventurer. So if we let's just name this like audio 1 and audio 2 and audio 3. I think there's like a few different ones that they could say. So let's put the hello adventurer audio. Let's add a timer. And this will just be like the audio timer. And so on the timeout, it'll just say something because there's going to be 3 random audios that we can say. So let's make a audio array, and it'll be we'll just add all of our audios to the audio array. So we, on this timer, chosen audio, we will choose an audio from the audio array, which there's 3 audios. So this generates a random int from 0 to 2. It'll choose one of these audios, and then we're just gonna play it. Play. And if we're near the NPC, then we should hear something. He should say stuff though. You there! You there! Yeah, so he says stuff. He should say
Hello,
it
adventurer!
Yep, every 5 seconds he should say something. Alright, so we have an NPC, and we have our maiden, and we have a guide. So we need to build out a world. So I'm thinking we start in maybe like an alleyway or like in a little building. And I think I'm just going to build everything out of CSG boxes, which is not a good idea for like a real game, but that's what we're going to do for this game. All right. So now we have what I'm going to call antiquity. So let's just make a node 3D and call it an antiquity, and throw everything that we just made into there. So now I have like a preset. So I can take this. These are like little aqueduct looking things. So we can make like a lot of these. All right. So we have a starting place, and we have some antiquity looking things. We need to make a bunch of NPCs. We're just gonna make a bunch of these NPCs, and they're gonna be around. And so we got 30 minutes. We don't have much of a game. We have NPCs. We're supposed to, the goal is to find this maiden. So I really wanted to randomize where this maiden is supposed to be. We're gonna set our global if is maiden. I'm gonna say global position. Close back 3. That is like I don't know, some random position. So on the startup, we will do a collection tools dot get random int from -100 to 100, and let's do that with the z. So the maiden should like spawn in a random spot. So where is the maiden in the blue dress? Oh, there she is. So that works. Let's actually spawn our NPCs in a random spot too. So all of my guys should be spawned in a random spot. Yeah, there we go. So we got like NPCs and stuff. So we gotta find the maiden in the blue dress. And if you stab people, they die. But we need to make them actually scream when they die. No! Yeah, so it says no. So that seems to work fine. We need a windscreen. So let's I have a title page. I made so in my little template, I didn't feel like making let's see, where is it? I didn't feel like making menus every time, so I decided to just make a template and then I'll just rename it so that I don't have to do that anymore. So what are we gonna call this one? Let's just call it Antiquity, because that's what it is. Antiquity Thriller. Antiquity Thriller. That's the name. It's pretty good, huh? So we need a windscreen. So we have a main menu, but we need like a U1 screen. Oh, there we go. All right. We have 11 minutes. So one of the themes was low visibility. So what I'm gonna do in the game world is just go to the world environment and turn fog on. That actually doesn't look so bad. All right, so we have checked off a lot of boxes. So we got 8 minutes left. I guess I could record one more thing for like when you win, since everything's voice acted anyway. Let's go to Audacity. Let's just delete what we got here, and then let's just say like congrats or something. Congratulations, you win. All right, so the time is up. So today's game was supposed to be an RPG with limited visibility, with the setting of antiquity and the theme of a spy thriller. So let's play the game and hopefully it works. So we came up with a really original name today, Antiquity Thriller. So we can start.
Find the maiden in the blue dress and take her out. Come back to me once the job is done.
Okay. So we got a toga man.
Hello, adventurer.
So we got some voice acting going on. I think we can stab them.
No!
Yeah, so I stab them by just poking them.
No!
So we gotta find the maiden in the blue dress. Oh, actually, she is right here. That was easy. Isn't she beautiful though? I mean, just look at her nice hair and strong form. Yeah. I mean, those eyes, I just get lost in those eyes. So the theme was antiquity, so that's why we got these like columns that we got going on. We got low visibility, but he told us to take her out. So let's take her out. So we can go back to him and see what we got going on.
Congratulations, you win.
That's That's all you get. So if you click restart, and then you can press start, and you can play it again.
The blue dress and take her out. Come back.
And so she spawns in a random spot every time. So I have no idea where she would be, but she's the only one in a blue dress. And these guys, when you walk up to them,
Hello.
they'll say different things. So if I'm near this guy,
Hello, adventurer.
they kind of just say things at you. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely limited visibility. Is that
Adventurer.
Hey, I found her. So yeah, I'm gonna take her out. Ah! Got her. Yeah, so that is Antiquity Thriller. That is the game. This one was a little bit different this time. There's 3D. The last ones were
Congratulations. You win.
the last ones were 2D. So I wanted to do something slightly different. But yeah, that was the Blekoh Jam. I will see you dudes in the next one.